Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. We have a new Steel Division League cast today. We're continuing the best of 3 series between Metal Phase and Curbs. This is the Steel Division League Season 3 Division 2 playoffs. And if the last game is anything to go by, this should be an absolutely fantastic game. If you did not see the last game, stop right now. Go back and check it out because it was a corker. Don't miss it. And come back to this one because there's going to be spoilers right now, so stop the video. Right, well, Curbs did manage to get the victory in the previous match. So can Metal Phase get one back? That's the question. If Curbs wins today, he is through to the semi-finals of Division 2 playoffs. So a big game between these two players. And I don't know whether you caught this at the very start of the cast, but Metal Phase popped down an off-map. It was his first unit down, so he's obviously taken a leaf out of Curbs' book in the previous matchup. Here is Metal Phase's deck. Now, one thing I will say about this deck, you'll notice there's no actual off-map on the in the deck. So the deck is 3 points short of what it was, and obviously at least one of those points is the off-map. It's probably another 2 points somewhere. I'm not sure exactly. That's due to a patch being between when the game was played and when I'm picking the deck up from the replay. So the deck's not quite there, but it's almost there. Metal Phase playing WW2 on Vanguard income. He's got 68 tanks, which is actually quite a large amount of tanks. There's not many games I cast where you get more than 68 tanks. Most of them are T-34-76s though. In fact, almost all, 62 of them are T-34-76s. So he's got a lot of tanks at his disposal, and I guess, you know, we're going to see some tank action, which is kind of cool. I like tanks. I want to... if the last game is anything to go by, I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. We do have some Su-85s as well. He's up against Curbs. Curbs is playing the 14th Infantry, so there are going to be plenty of Tigers, one would presume. So how are those T-34-76s going to deal with Tigers? That is a pretty big question. But Metal Phase got the Su-85s. They can deal with the Tigers. He's got the ZIS-2 guns. They can do it. He's got the M30 in the artillery tab. They have heat shells. They can do the job. He's got the PE-3 anti-tank rocket planes that can do the job. And actually, if you use the PE-3 BIS, HE bombers, a couple of passes from them, and they can do the job as well. So he does have a number of units can do it. But it does mean that he has to avoid direct tank-on-tank warfare. Those T-34-76s have to combat strictly against infantry and support weapons, which is not so bad if you've got Shermans, because they're really efficient at doing that job. But T-34-76s aren't quite as efficient as Shermans. Wow, the game's underway. We've not checked out Curbs' deck. Let's do it quickly. 14th Infantry. Flatline income. Metal Phase has the income advantage this time. We do see Tigers, but we only see 6 Tigers. I was imagining more than that. We do have some Stug 3Gs, as well as some Panzer II Luxors. We have a fair amount of Pack 40s, the Ju-88S1 Flame Plane. Napalm Plane might be a pretty key unit. A couple of Flatflings. They will stop the PE-3 attacks if they're deployed on points. There's also the Ju-88S1 cluster plane that could be used against a group of tanks, and 95 units of infantry. Tough one to call this match. Tough one to call. So let's recap. On the left hand side we have Metal Phase playing WW2 on Vanguard income. And on the right hand side in blue we have Curbs. He's playing the 14th Infantry on Flatline income. Big engagements in the centre town. There is a Stuart in there. In fact, 2 Stuarts in there, off-map being dropped down. We do have a Stug 3G. Let me just check to the south quickly. Looks like Metalface has managed to push into the town. There is an IL-2KR coming into strafe, as well as hopefully hit those packed 40s from Metalface's perspective. The off-map does come down. The caliber doesn't quite tell me, but it doesn't look large caliber. I'll say that. Ooh, and the Stuart goes down to the Stug 3G leader in there. Let's just have a look at that skin. Very nice. Beautiful leader skin. As I get back to proper orientation. Okay, and the Stug 3G. I think that took out the other Stuart as well. You would expect it was the Stug 3G. I don't think the Pat 184 had the line of sight there. So, kind of a failed push from Metalface. I mean, he's lost both his Stuarts. I think that was a good move from Curbs, bringing that Stug 3G down that centre road. Clearly countered Metalface's strategy quite well. So, I think Metalface will be a little bit annoyed about that. He has been somewhat pushed out of the town. It looks like the IL-2KR didn't really do a great deal of damage, so I don't know whether he got chased away by a fighter, but there's no AA in here, so yeah. T-34-76s are rampaging through the south, though, and they're making up a hell of a lot of ground. The Fokker 189A2 does have, you know, a payload of small caliber bombs, drops them. Suppresses one of the tanks, but the other one is still there, and more T-34-76s on the way, so Metalface definitely pushing the armor on the south, and a couple of Stug 3Gs on the way in. They can face off pretty tidily against those T-34s. The T-34s do need to be at a closer range than the Stug 3Gs do. But definitely Metalface can still take out those Stug 3Gs, especially if he uses all of those T-34s. Second off-map strike up into the city in the north. Metalface immediately pushing forward units, not even waiting for any of that off-map strike to come down. He's getting away with it, actually, because those Begleitgrens were spotted. Begleitgrens are fantastic units as well, so Curbs definitely used some key units in this centre town, but Metalface looks like he may well break through after this second push. He needs to push forward and look for the surrender on the Begleitgrens, though, because you definitely want to surrender those units. You don't want to have to take them out man for man. Stug 3G is still covering the road. Oh, and there's reinforcements coming in. T-34s definitely need to take out that Stug. There's a Pack 184 lying in wait as well, if nothing unloads. Could take out a hell of a lot of transports. Down in the south, the Stug has got into range and does take out one of those T-34s in the south. The Stug in the centre takes early shots at the Strelke. We'll let Metalface know exactly what's here. But he has pushed through and he's got himself a 16-8 right now, thanks to that action mostly in the south. Turret stuck down onto the T-34, but it's okay for now. It's facing forwards. That's all, but it goes down on the second shot. Pack 184 does go down. Will the T-34 take out the Stug? Big engagement this. There's no other AT here for Curbs. That Stug has to do the job. It just has to do the job, and it does. 2-star Stug. The Ace Oberluskamp does save Curbs, but up on the north, the M5s push forwards now. And Metalface rampaging through a hell of a lot of units here. There are some AT guns, but they're being caught out of position. And 18-6 for Metalface now. It just doesn't feel like that, but he's definitely using his Vanguard income to his advantage. And Curbs, I think his reinforcements are more expensive. The Stug 3Gs are definitely, you know, 25 points more. Is that right? Sorry, 15 points more than the T-34s. Well, it depends what model T-34 it is. The Grenadier units are more expensive than the allied equivalent. So yeah, curbs of units are a bit more expensive. You know, Pat 40 is more expensive than, well, there isn't, than tanks, because there's no AT guns right now from Metal Phase. Curbs does re-secure this centre town though. That Stuck VG has been vital in holding that centre ground together. The M5 Stuarts pushing forwards up on the north, and Curbs just desperately trying to take as many flags as possible. 15-9 still. There's 11 minutes 50 left on the clock. This could be an early finish to this game. Stoss Troop are discovered in the town. Should take out the Sapri PPSH, but the Strelky do actually fire from behind, and those Stoss Troop being hit from both sides. Do not know what hit them, and they do go down. The IGs, no anti-tank on them, and the Pack 40 is had to retreat, so it's just not in a great position at all there. Stuck VG sitting up on that hill has halted any further progression, although Metalface could go down into this valley, but I can see why he's not doing that right now. Concentrating on other areas does take care of the IG that was in there. There is a Stuck 3G on the way though. I imagine it's going to sit somewhere up on this hill, and Metalface still has the flag though, and that's what's important to him. Still a 16-8. Down goes one of the Stuarts. Not exactly sure what took it out. Probably a Grenadier DP. Panzerfaust would be my guess. Oh, and we just missed the other one. The other one went down as well to another Panzerfaust. So, Curb's very good at that close quarter infantry combat. Oh, and Metalface pushing forward with the Strokey DP should take care of the Erzatz Troop in 2-on-1. Kind of surprised the Michiki haven't pushed up there as well at the same time. But yeah, it should take care of that and may well push the flag, you know, even further back to this flag back here up on the hill. IL-2KR come in, but there are a couple of ME-109 G4s trying to take care of that IL-2KR. Float carburetor failure. Weapon jam, and I think it's going to go down. Metalface trying to... Oh, looks like the ME-109. No, it doesn't get on the back, and we just missed a Panzerschreck as well, taking out the T-34. The number of kills Curbs has got so far with those units. ME-109 does get on the back of the IL-2KR. Surely it will go down. There's a second one coming in there. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And Curbs gains full control of the skies right now. No AA on the field from either side, but Curbs does gain full control of the skies. 17-7 to Metalface, sorry. Dropping those bombs from the Focke-Wulf 189A2. But like we said, Metalface has picked up those two flags. 18-6, 4 minutes left on the clock. OB25 is getting... Sorry, no, 52Ps getting into the fight. With that long-range HE firing onto those Erzatz Troopen. They won't last too much longer. And what are these T-34-76s doing? They're going for a long route round to try and flank the battleground down on the southern side. I think Curbs has done a great job to kind of hold his position up in the north, but he's 18-6 down. You've got to worry about him. 3 minutes 46 seconds left. We do see a PE3 coming in with a Yak 9T. I'm sure that's going to be countered with some air. Here they are, the ME-109s from Curbs, although they're brought in to strafe the Strelky, so not quite in position to take on that PE3. But Metalface calls them back. Does not want to fight 2-on-1 against the ME-109 G4s, and Curbs falls his back to reload, rearm, refuel, and return to the skies once again in the future. Onamichiki should actually do a pretty decent amount of damage against these Erzatz Troopen. Imagine the 52Ps are going to get involved any second now as well, although a couple of IG-290Rs come up onto the top of this hill. Still an 18-6 for Metalface. He's doing a fantastic job to hold on here. I think Curbs has built up a significant number of defences north and south, so there is a possibility he can come back here. I think Metalface is just throwing units into the fray to try and hold on to this lead, and this could come back to bite him. Curbs is putting together quite a decent defence here, and he could bring this one back. I still have confidence that Curbs could bring this back. 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. Fusilier DP moving into this position, but they are a recon troop. Oh, there is a Grenfuhrer coming in now as well. I was going to say there's a recon troop, so they won't hold the front line, but the Grenfuhrer will do that. Second off-map coming in, the WC52KAO. Curbs once again reinforces the town with Pioneer SVTs, brings in the Focke-Wulf 190 A2s. Will he locate those Strelky DPs? Because if they go down, that's another flag brought back, another one here. I think this one could be close. 4 minutes 30 left on the clock right now, but I think Curbs is going to get more time. Stug 3G finally goes down to the Zis 2 gun. 12 minutes. That Stug has held the battle for 12 minutes, and it is going to get replaced by an even mightier Tiger E. Will that one be able to hold the battleground for another 12 minutes? Will there even be 12 minutes left? Who knows at this point? I think very intelligent play here from Curbs. He's going to surround the Strelky DP, so he doesn't even necessarily need to kill it. He's going to get the flag back from the surround, but he does actually kill it anyway with the Focke-Wulf 189 A2s. So there's a flag back, 15-9. One more flag needed for Curbs to give himself double the time left. It's only going to leave him with 6 minutes. Metalface definitely has the units up north and has been picking away. Curbs is starting to look a lot weaker up there. Oh, and we get some Tanko de Samniki moving forwards to take on these Pioneer SVTs, and they should get the victory. Yes, they do. There's the surrender. The Pioneers do not want to tackle with the Tankos right now. And there's this 2 firing straight down the road of that Tiger E. Not even spotted yet. Now it is. Tiger E halts, but that Zis 2 gun can take it out. APCR ammunition remaining. 1 shot left. Can it do the job? Oh, it looks like Curbs was cycling ammunition. Metalface, I think, was cycling ammunition there. Can't even see the shots coming forwards, which is really... there's one. Moving so fast, I couldn't even see it. Who's going to win out in this battle? This is going to be interesting because I think the Tiger's going to get forced back. Ooh, shoot a knockout. Ooh, that might turn the tide. That might turn the tide. Curbs pulling that unit back, trying to get it out of line of sight. He's got another shot. I think if that Tiger gets the final shot, it will destroy the Pat gun. Or the AT gun, should I say. Transports being fired on and lost up in the north as we watch the Tiger battle the Zis 2 gun. What a battle it's been. And he's still not gone down. Wow, the Tiger just inaccurate there in those last few shots. And it is being forced back. A couple of MEs will finish the job off finally, but will that Tiger go down? No! It is out of range, and the ME-109s finish off those AT guns. Curbs could have done with those ME-109s a little bit sooner, but I wonder whether they were still rearmoring that point. Wow, look at the south! Metalface 13-11 up. He has lost the south, courtesy of no units being there. He did reroute some T-34s down here, but they've been taken out. PE-3s making a strafing run. Doesn't want to lose this town as well. Curbs may well pick up this game, and if he does so, he's through to the next round. PE-3 Bears taking shots at the Stug 3G, doesn't get the kill. Metalface desperately needs just 1 infantry unit to hold the territory. Stoss troops pushing forwards. Curbs looking to get a further flag as well. I don't even know whether Metalface has noticed his southern flank, but up in the north, he has made significant progress. The Pack 184 is about to go down, and with that, he is able to push through, but there are reinforcing Grenadier DPs on the way. Will Curbs maintain the flag? It's back to a 12-12. He did pick up the flag down here in the south. I still don't think Metalface has noticed because he's ordered nothing into this south. Finally, he's noticed the strokey DP and the T-34 should come in and he should re-establish a lead here. But that's precious time that it is not ticking away from Curbs' victory tickets right now. Pack 184 does go down here, but I think it did take out that T-34 in an exchange of fire there. Tiger still alive. We have the Beoshwim 210mm coming in. It's going to hit this entire area. Just infantry left, and that could signal a push through from Curbs. This is getting close. Metal Phase has got back the 1311. A Dushka coming down to protect that flag. The Zenot 37mm did come into position. He is looking rather weak in the town. He's got no supporting units firing on right now. Focke-Wulf 189A2 coming in, trying to clear up any units in the path of the Stoss troop, but I don't think they are going to make it. Yep, tail damage on the first one. The second one, yeah, being called back. The weight of fire from the Zenot 37mm. Too much for the Focke-Wulf 189A2s. They are just fairly kind of, well, I'm not quite sure of the resilience, but there's certainly no heavy bombers. That is for sure. It looks like the two off maps are moving into the center, which is an interesting ploy. Here comes the off map up north. 15-9 to Metal Phase. He has recovered those southern flags. It's enabled him to keep that 15-9. There's less than a minute on the clock, but I feel like this flag is going to go down. Yes, it is. It's going to give Curbs 2 minutes now. 1 minute 30 to be precise, but the off map's coming down. Oh, he caught his own Grenadier DP in there. I feel like Curbs needs to push forwards here. He's got 1 minute 21 left on the clock. He needs those Panzer II Lux coming through the center rather than up north right now to pick up those center flags. 14-10, 1 minute 11 left on the clock. Can Metal Phase hold on? Because if this goes back to a 12-12, I just do not feel like he can hold on much longer. Just 1 minute left though. Can he do it? That is the big question on everyone's lips right now. Urzat's troop and pushing forwards. The Strokey DP recover themselves, recover the territory. 59, 20 seconds left on the clock. Kurz desperately needs to get flags right now. I think he needs to start fast moving his units to pick up these flags because there's 13 seconds, 10 seconds left on the clock. Can he do it? It doesn't feel like he can. The T-34 goes down. 10 seconds. There's still just 10 seconds. Picks up the flag. 13-11. Picks up the flag in the center. He needs another one. He needs another flag. Where is he going to get it? He isn't going to get it. Metal Phase picks up the victory. 18 minutes. 55 seconds. What a fantastic finish. What a fantastic match. And expertly played by Metal Phase. His deck was pretty much perfect for taking on that Vanguard action, and you saw there in the last few minutes that Kurz was just about ready to flip the game, but Metal Phase played it perfectly. He got it to that end timer. That's all he needed to do, and he did that job well. Look at the trades, 1,600 kills to 2,000 losses. Metal Phase definitely threw away units, desperately trying to hold on to flags. But who can blame him? What does the kill-death ratio matter? At the end of the day, he won the game, and that's what matters in this regard today. T-34-76ers do pick up kills onto the IG-18s early in that center ground. Strokey DP getting, wow, a hell of a lot of kills here against Grenadiers. Good job from that Strokey DP unit. T-34 taking out a Stug 3G. I don't think we'll see too many of those. In fact, they'll probably go the other way. The Zis 2-gun actually took out the Stug 3G leader for the 14th Infantry, and after that just a few trades here and there, but it wasn't about the kills today for Metal Phase. It was about the win. But Curbs, look at the Stug 3G leader. What a leader he is. Walther Oberluskamp, is that how you pronounce his name? What a genuine hero of today's match. Just put that preface there just in case anyone infers something different from that. 2 Stuart kills and 1, 2, 3, 4 T-34 kills. Another Stu. So 4 Stuarts and 4 T-34s barreling that road, killed time after time again by that Stug 3G leader. More Stug 3G kills. They really did counter the T-34s today, but the cheap and cost effectiveness of those T-34s allowed Metal Phase to just push really hard early on and overwhelm Curbs with numbers. And it wasn't until, you know, Curbs got later on into the game where he got more of his income that he was able to start the pushback, but by then it was too late. There we have it. What a fantastic matchup between the two players. Metal Phase equals up the best of 3 between these two players. It's 1-1 apiece, and we are going to go into a deciding match to see who goes through to the semi-finals of Steel Division Season 3 Division 2 playoff semi-finals. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Don't miss any further matches, and head into the description and check out the links to my social pages and support me if you can. All the money goes to making more content for you and improving the channel, so any support you give is incredible. Thank you to all of those who have been supporting me so far. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I am Angry Birds. I will see you next time.